Hate him or love him, Jeffy is one of the most unpredictable and chaotic characters in Super Mario Logan. With his pencil-in-the-nose look, unusual voice, and wild behavior, he has done a lot of crazy things. Some funny, some controversial, and some just plain terrible. From lying to get people in trouble to scamming others for money, Jeffy has pushed the limits of what he can get away with. While many fans enjoy his outrageous personality, others think he sometimes goes too far. In this list, we'll go through the worst things Jeffy has ever done. The moments that made fans laugh out loud, shake their heads, or even get angry. Get ready because these are Jeffy's most shocking and unforgettable moments. One of Jeffy's worst moments was when he falsely accused Mario of doing something he didn't do. In the episode Jeffy's Bad Word, Jeffy overhears Mario saying a bad word and starts repeating it non-stop. When Mario tries to stop him, Jeffy turns the situation around, making it seem like Mario was the one causing trouble. This leads to Mario getting punished unfairly, even though Jeffy was the one causing the problem. Fans were frustrated watching Jeffy manipulate the situation while Mario suffered for it. The episode became one of the most controversial in the series because of how unfair it is. In Locked Out, Jeffy takes things too far when he locks Mario outside of the house and refuses to let him back in. Instead of fixing the situation, he causes even more chaos inside, making things worse. Mario tries everything to get back in, but Jeffy ignores him and continues to destroy things. By the time Mario finally gets inside, the house is a complete mess. This moment shows just how recklessly Jeffy can be when he doesn't get his way, and it left Mario struggling to clean up the damage. Jeffy is known for throwing tantrums, but in Jeffy's tantrum he takes it to another level. When Mario refuses to buy him a $2,000 toy, Jeffy starts screaming, breaking things, and making life miserable for everyone. Instead of handling the situation calmly, Jeffy escalates things so much that Mario is forced to give in just to stop the chaos. This episode frustrated many fans because it showed Jeffy getting rewarded for bad behavior. It also highlighted how difficult it is for Mario to control him when he doesn't get what he wants. In Jeffy's Parents, Jeffy meets his biological mother, Nancy, who is abusive and neglectful. Despite Mario and Rosalina giving him a better life, Jeffy initially chooses to go back with her. This decision puts him in danger, and Mario has to step in to rescue him. While Jeffy didn't fully understand the consequences of his choice, it was still frustrating to watch him make such a reckless decision. The episode was emotional and showed a more serious side of Jeffy's character, but it also made fans question his judgment. In Jeffy the Rapper, Jeffy becomes a famous rapper, but his lyrics are filled with bad language and inappropriate messages. Instead of being responsible with his newfound fame, he embraces the reckless lifestyle. He ignores warnings from Mario and continues making music that sets a bad example. While the episode was funny, it also showed how careless Jeffy can be when given power or influence. Many fans enjoyed the humor, but some felt it encouraged bad behavior. Jeffy has always had a bad attitude towards school, but in Jeffy's homework, he takes laziness to a whole new level. When his teacher assigns homework, Jeffy refuses to do it, claiming that it's pointless and a waste of time. Instead of even attempting to complete the work, he comes up with a ridiculous plan to get out of it. At first, Jeffy tries lying to Mario, saying that school got cancelled forever. When that doesn't work, he fakes an injury, pretending he can't hold a pencil. But the worst part comes when he tricks other students into doing his work for him, making false promises and even using threats to get his way. As a result, Jeffy's teacher gets suspicious, and when the truth comes out, everyone involved gets in trouble. Meanwhile, Jeffy acts like it's no big deal, showing no remorse for what he did. Jeffy has pulled a lot of tricks to avoid responsibilities, but in Sick Jeffy he takes things to another level by faking a serious illness just to skip school. At the start of the episode, Jeffy wakes up and immediately decides he doesn't feel like going to class. Instead of just complaining, he fakes a high fever, pretends to cough uncontrollably, and even lies about throwing up. Mario and Rosalina, being the concerned parents they are, believe him and rush to take care of him. Instead of feeling guilty, Jeffy enjoys every second of being pampered. He gets to stay in bed, eat whatever he wants, and play video games while Mario and Rosalina stress about his sickness. He even convinces them to buy him toys and food to make him feel better. The situation spirals out of control when Mario calls a doctor, and Jeffy has to take things even further to keep up the act. Eventually the truth comes out, and Mario and Rosalina are furious. But by then Jeffy has already gotten everything he wanted. In Jeffy's Clone, Jeffy gets the chance to have a duplicate version of himself. but instead of using it wisely, he immediately turns it into a tool for committing crimes. At first, Jeffy is just excited about having a clone to do things for him, but it doesn't take long for him to start using his clone for the wrong reasons. Instead of doing chores or homework, Jeffy orders his clone to steal food, money, and even expensive electronics from people around town. The worst part is that when things start going wrong, Jeffy blames the clone instead of taking responsibility. Eventually, the clone's crimes attract the attention of the police, and Mario is the one who has to deal with the consequences. As usual, Jeffy acts like it's no big deal even when Mario gets in trouble for something he didn't do. Jeffy has done a lot of reckless things, but in Jeffy's speeding ticket he takes his irresponsibility to a dangerous level when he decides to drive a car without permission. The episode starts with Jeffy stealing the car keys when no one is looking. Instead of being careful, he immediately starts driving way too fast, running red lights and swerving all over the road. When the police pull him over, Jeffy lies to the officer, pretending that he didn't know what he was doing was illegal. Things get even worse when Jeffy refuses to accept responsibility. Instead of apologizing, he tries to bribe the officer, then blames Mario for letting him get caught. Eventually, the police issue a huge speeding ticket, and who has to pay for it? Mario, of course. This episode shows how careless Jeffy can be when it comes to serious situations. He didn't just break the law, he put lives in danger and then acted like it wasn't a big deal. In Jeffy's TikTok, Jeffy decides he wants to become internet famous, but instead of making real content, he resorts to scamming people to get views and money. At first, Jeffy starts posting random videos, but when they don't get enough attention, he creates a fake sob story to make people feel sorry for him. He pretends to be sick, lies about losing his home, and even fakes an injury just to get donations from his followers. Things get even worse when he starts scamming people directly by selling fake products and taking money without delivering anything. People start to catch on to the scam, and soon Jeffy finds himself in trouble with angry followers demanding refunds. Instead of feeling bad, Jeffy laughs about how much money he made before finally being forced to shut down his account. Fans were frustrated because Jeffy showed zero guilt for lying, scamming, and stealing money from innocent people. Instead of learning a lesson, he simply moved on to the next ridiculous scheme. In Jeffy's birthday wish, Jeffy gets upset when he doesn't get what he wants for his birthday. Instead of handling the situation maturely, he wishes that Mario didn't exist. His wish comes true, and Mario disappears from his life. At first, Jeffy enjoys the freedom, but soon he realizes that things are much worse without Mario taking care of him. By the time he regrets his decision, the damage has already been done. This episode frustrated fans because it showed how ungrateful Jeffy could be. Mario had spent so much time and effort raising Jeffy, only for him to throw it all away over a small issue. While the episode had a lesson about appreciation, it was still one of Jeffy's worst moments. Jeffy's selfishness causes chaos once again in Jeffy's Christmas wish. Instead of being grateful for the holiday season, he makes a careless wish that ruins Christmas for everyone. His actions lead to Santa being unable to deliver presents, and as a result, nobody gets gifts. When Jeffy realizes what he has done, he tries to fix things, but the damage is already done. This episode upset fans because it showed how reckless Jeffy can be, even during a time that's supposed to be about giving and kindness. While he didn't mean to ruin Christmas, his thoughtless actions had major consequences. Father's Day is supposed to be a time to appreciate dads, but in Jeffy's Father's Day, Jeffy does the exact opposite. Instead of showing gratitude, he spends the entire day insulting Mario, complaining about gifts, and being ungrateful. Mario tries to celebrate the holiday, but Jeffy continues to make things difficult, making it one of the most frustrating episodes for fans. Instead of showing appreciation for everything Mario has done for him, Jeffy treats him terribly. The episode left many fans annoyed because Mario has sacrificed so much to raise Jeffy, yet Jeffy refuses to give him even a single moment of respect on a day meant to celebrate fathers. In Jeffy's car accident, Jeffy takes Rosalina's car without permission and ends up wrecking it. Instead of taking responsibility, he tries to cover it up and lies about what happened. The accident causes major stress for Rosalina and Mario, who now have to deal with the damage. Instead of admitting his mistake and apologizing, Jeffy continues to make things worse with his careless attitude. In Jeffy's lie, Jeffy does something that no one expected. He gets Mario arrested by lying to the police. When Jeffy is caught doing something wrong, he panics and tells the cops that Mario was the one responsible. The police believe Jeffy and take Mario away, leaving him to deal with the consequences of something he didn't even do. Jeffy doesn't fully realize the seriousness of his actions, and by the time he tells the truth, Mario has already gone through a lot. This was one of Jeffy's worst moments because it showed how easily he could ruin Mario's life with a simple lie. Fans were especially upset because Mario was innocent, but still had to suffer because of Jeffy's selfishness. Jeffy has never been a fan of school, but in Jeffy's homework meltdown, he takes his laziness to another level. Instead of studying or even attempting to do his assignments, he comes up with an elaborate plan to cheat his way through school. He bribes other students to do his work, lies to his teachers, and even tries to manipulate Mario into helping him cheat. Instead of learning from his mistakes, Jeffy doubles down on his bad behavior, making things worse for himself and everyone around him. Fans were frustrated by how far Jeffy was willing to go just to avoid doing simple schoolwork. While cheating is bad enough, his attitude towards school and responsibility made this one of his worst moments. In Jeffy's lottery tickets, Jeffy finds a winning lottery ticket, but instead of returning it to its rightful owner, he selfishly keeps it for himself. Unfortunately, the ticket belongs to Brooklyn T. Guy, who had been struggling financially and desperately needed the money. Rather than doing the right thing, Jeffy flaunts his new fortune and wastes the money on ridiculous things. Brooklyn T. Guy, devastated by the loss, goes into an emotional spiral. This moment upset many fans because it showed just how careless and greedy Jeffy can be. Instead of helping someone who truly needed it, he chose to be selfish, proving that he often puts his own desires above others' well-being. Jeffy is known for playing pranks, but in Jeffy's dangerous prank he takes things too far. Wanting to make a viral video, Jeffy pulls an extremely reckless prank that nearly gets someone seriously hurt. The prank involves tricking someone into thinking they are in danger, leading to panic and chaos. Even after being told how dangerous his actions were, Jeffy laughs it off and refuses to take responsibility. This episode shows one of the worst sides of Jeffy's character, his complete disregard for how his actions affect others. While pranks can be fun, Jeffy's lack of concern for safety made this one of his most unforgivable moments. At the end of the day, Jeffy's worst moments are part of what makes him such a unique character. Whether he's making people laugh or making them frustrated, he always manages to keep things interesting.